So Samsung says the Z Fold 7 is going to be the thinnest in the world. Is that a win, or is there some sacrifices to get there? Let's talk about it. So as we all know, the Z Fold 6 has made its splash on the foldable market this last year, being considered thinner than its predecessor, yet still one of the thickest ones out there. And they increased the external screen by a marginal amount that is really gone unnoticeable. So this year is the plan for Samsung to fix all that by going with a larger phone altogether. This one is actually a 7.6-inch internal screen and a 6.3-inch external screen, and the new one is going to move up to 8 inches on the inside and 6.5 on the outside. That's making it quite a bit larger than this one. As a matter of fact, if you look at something like my Honor Magic V3, this is actually a 6.4-inch, which is a bit larger than the Z Fold 6 right now. When you put the screens up next to each other, you can see it kind of spills out quite a bit there as a 6.4-inch screen, and it's a slightly bit taller, not much, with the Honor Magic V3 being a 7.92-inch internal screen. So not quite 8 inches, but very close. So if you put that up against each other, you can see there. Now the Z Fold 7 is actually going to be even larger than that. Now what's really surprising is the most recent rumors that we've heard from the leaks from some of the most reliable and famous leakers, that they are going to actually be the thinnest phone when they come out with the Z Fold 7. Now, what does that really mean? Well, this one right now is, when it's open, it's a 5.6 millimeter thickness, which is actually one of the thickest phones on the market right now. And they're going to go from this to a 4.1 and become the thinnest on the market. That's a huge leap for Samsung, all in one phone generation. So we're going to have to see how that works. But what does that look like? Well, check this out. The Honor Magic V3 is actually 4.35 in thickness. So I don't know if you can see it there or not. Hopefully that'll focus for you. But it's crazy how much thinner it is. It's like half the thickness already than the Z Fold 6. And the Z Fold 7 is going to be thinner than this. And we know that the Oppo Find N5 is actually thinner than this one, being a 4.2 inch. And that's going to be even thinner than the newest foldable out there at 4.1. I don't understand how they're going to manage it. If you can see this, I'm not sure if it's going to focus in on that for you, but the micro USB on this thing is so small already, there is no material left or room left to actually make it smaller. But apparently, that's what Samsung's going to do. And it's not going to happen without a cost to me and you. And I don't mean money-wise. I mean in specs and features. Hey, I want to take a quick second and thank you for tuning into this channel where we talk about the Z Fold 7 and its super thin phone. I really do appreciate you being here. And if you get anything out of this video, do me a favor, show your appreciation by smashing that like button down below. It really does help out the channel. Let's get back to the video. Right now, this is the smallest size battery on the market with the Z Fold 6, and it's been that way for the last 5 generations or maybe 4. So this year is going to be either the 5th or the 6th generation with the same size 4400 milliamp hour battery. Now we know that the Oppo has a 5700 or 5600 milliamp hour battery. Ridiculous. And it's very thin. Even the Honor Magic V3 has a 5150 milliamp hour battery versus 4400. Now with the same milliamp hour battery on our larger phone with a larger screen, a larger demand for battery, how's it really going to perform? Well, to be honest, the Z Fold 6 does last the full day with moderate use. Like right now, I'm at 48% and it's 4:30 in the afternoon and I had it at work. So that's not too bad, but I didn't do a whole lot of video watching. I didn't take any photos today. It was mostly just checking text messages and emails and listening to a little bit of audiobook, and it's at 48%. So we're not going to get that thin of a device without some sort of sacrifice. So what are they sacrificing with the Z Fold 7? Well, some of it's going to be the battery, which we know already. Now, are they going to change the style of battery, the type of battery? That's really unknown right now, but they're going to have to do something to get a little thinner. So they might have some new technology for battery, but they're going to keep it at 4400 milliamps just so they can make the phone thinner. So we are sacrificing on battery power, which of course means how long it'll last during the day. That is not going to improve. Now, we're going to see some battery tests, I'm sure, after this and see how it does. And it may do all right because it's going to have the new Snapdragon 8 Elite chip in it. So It may do better with that, maybe better power efficiency, who knows? One other area I'm afraid they're going to sacrifice is going to be the cameras. We know they're going to go with 200 megapixel on the main shooter, but it's going to be a smaller sensor than what we have on the S25 series Ultra phone. And so it's not going to be the same camera. So if you have expectation of that, sorry. It's a smaller sensor, so it's not going to allow as much light in. So the quality may not be there. However, we know that Samsung is going all in on AI, so maybe they've got some AI to help assist with that. And then the other cameras are probably still going to just get by with those because we know that Samsung's never really put the flagship cameras inside their foldable. So I don't expect that to change either. Now, one other area that I'm be worried about when they go thinner is heating. They're obviously not going to have as large of a heating chamber, but maybe that's what they're doing by not increasing the battery, but having a larger chassis so they can add a better or larger cooling system on the phone so that it doesn't overheat. But still, I think that's a concern. So the big question is thinness really important? You know, it may be the way things are going today, but is it the right way? My thinking is, why didn't they just go like 4.5 in thickness? You know, that's still quite a bit thinner than 5.6. And with a 4.5 millimeter phone, they can definitely give us more battery, and it would prevent them from having to go with a smaller camera sensors as well. But we'll just have to see. Maybe Samsung's really got something special, something hidden. I know what they're trying to do is they're trying to play catch up with the other phones, going with a larger and thinner phone. I just hope they're not overdoing it right now. So what do you think? I want to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments. Is thin really the way to go, or are they really grasping too hard at straws to keep up with all the up-and-coming foldables out there right now? Are you excited about the Z Fold 7? Are you getting it regardless? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to know more about the 200 megapixel camera that they're coming out with, or how it might compare to something else, check out this video here. Until next time, God bless.